status reports. Miguel, would you like to go first?
Okay, yeah, we've been working together in trying to implement a basic class for playing curves, like parameterized playing curves. And we solved the first problem we found.
Are they algebraic curves or differential curves?
Differential.
A parameterized differential curve. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
We were having trouble making them callable. Like, that just seemed to be a mess, and so we're trying to find a way around it.
Right, you're trying to define like underscore call underscore and
No, we didn't get that far.
Okay.
We were trying to inherit from a callable vector, a callable symbolic vector, and that wasn't working.
okay. Andrew could help you.
Try and speak up over the buses so that people
Okay.
can hear on the recording.
Yeah, and I have a good mic anyways. Okay, next, what have you done?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Let's see, I worked on Williams' Sage Math Cloud survey, feedback survey, and went over the plans for doing some telephone interviews with various folks over the next month for our final report. So I've started setting up names and emails. So if you get an email from me about doing a quick phone survey, it's for our final report to the NSF for our fundings. That's what I
Okay.
worked on.
Cool. Tom?
Worked more on MathBook XML, getting the abstract algebra book in shape, and we're getting close. We got the exercises in, except a couple of hiccups on TXC diagrams, but it's looking good.
Let's see, I upgraded Sage Math Cloud to IPython 2.1, and I facilitated a discussion about course management using Sage Math Cloud, and talked to random people about miscellaneous things, and videoed lots of stuff. Okay, Jane?
I made some interacts, and I'm getting ready for a really short talk I'm going to give tomorrow morning about students' experiences with Sage.
Okay. You experienced Sage.
All right, I made more progress on the Sage conversion, and we did some quality of life upgrades, you know, like fixing the tabs and making various things act like we think they should
Nice.
in browsers.
So you can stand to eat the dog food.
Yeah.
I worked on documentation and implementing table commands.
Ah, like HTML.table?
Yeah,
Cool. She requested it
that's
strongly. Awesome. Yep.
I was working on the tab stuff, trying to make them move around and drag the way you'd want them to.
Nice.
I gave a talk this morning and everything worked. I've been
Did anything.
helping Tom a lot with his book. He's trying to maintain a solutions manual that is semi-private and exercises that are public, so we're having some fun with that. And helped a few other people get started with XML authoring.
Okay.
So I can now articulate much better what I came here for, since I've been working on it for 2 days. I want a student who comes to Sage and they know the math they want to accomplish. Like they say, I wish the computer would do this step and then this step and then this step for me, but they don't know how to code that. I want them to be able to have a user interface that allows them to choose those things, and the code will be generated. And so I made a prototype for that I think Rob is going to give me some opportunity to talk about tomorrow.
Nice. Okay.
Still working on tropical linear algebra. Right now it's really just a matter of taking my code that I had written, that I had sort of fudged in Python, and making it in like an object-oriented paradigm rather than procedural.
Okay. Nice. Alright, Andrei?
I'm reading about HA proxy configuration, and last night Sage Cell service went down.
Again?
Unfortunately, well, I don't know, again, or maybe it was the first time. So unfortunately I was not able to fix it. Jason had to do it, but on the bright side I understand what has happened, so I can fix
What
this
happened?
mistake again. Development was too slow, and the problem is that when servers were not updated for too long, they kept running for months. and some files related to IPython kernels were kept for too long, and the quota for the worker user was exhausted.
I can hear the very last thing.
So the file quota for the worker
right,
process
run out of disk
was
space.
exhausted.
Okay, I see. Run out of disk space. Okay, that happens. I see. That makes sense.
I guess I'll introduce myself. I'm Andrew Ohana. I'm a grad student here under William Stein. I've been hosting some families, so just getting here now. But I haven't done much since just got here, but I upgraded the version of IPython in Sage to 2.1. That ticket now needs review if anybody wants to review it.
I can review it.
Okay. It's a trivial upgrade. And I'll probably be working on BuildBot for this week. Trying to use BuildBot and configure BuildBot as a replacement for PatchBot, which doesn't work most of the time. And do more event-driven, so rather than like scraping track for what needs to be done, just have track tell the BuildBot to test whatever. So that's kind of my plan for this week.
Cool. Travis.
I guess I'll start then. I've started cleaning up some of the thematic tutorials in the Lie algebra the Lie section, and I finished some bugs that are up for review with representations of Tableau, one of which was actually positively reviewed by Vincent earlier today.
Cool. Wow. Somebody got something into Sage. Okay. Kieran? Yep.
I've been experimenting with XML with a little bit of help from Rob. I've been.
Do you love it or hate it?
I'm still getting used to it.
Okay.
I mean, I like it, but I'm still getting used to things that aren't what I expect.
Ah.
But I have an environment set up in which I can experiment, so that will lead to rapid improvement in my understanding.
Cool. Okay.
Hi, I'm so last night I coded up a neat project for my book Sage for Undergraduates involving a linear system of inequalities, and today I was working on the chapter that tells them basically if they've never programmed before how to program in Python using Sage, and I thought it might be fun for them to implement some basic Sage commands from scratch, like turning is prime into next prime, or Lagrange polynomials, or things that are comprehensible to a 100 level student.
Cool. All right. Rob?
I guess the main thing that I did today, other than trying to figure out how I might want to handle an overhaul of some bits inside Buff, was gave a short informal talk about Buff.
I gave a talk on HashDist, and Kevin's gone. Kevin gave a talk on some web applications that we've developed, and I've been working on 2 Sage Math Cloud projects.
Cool.
Yeah, Michael's gone. He installed Sage on his laptop here, so we're trying to install the cloud server, and realized he couldn't do that. And we're playing around some other stuff as well, playing some various things. I've been working with Bruce this afternoon. We were having 2 problems working with WebWork and Sage for his calculus classes, and I've done a little bit of the XML stuff, but I haven't had much time.
Cool.
Yes, and I've been here working with my beard partner. And I think one of the things that we're trying to...
You have a nicer one than I do.
Yeah, I guess. That it's been mentioned here that calculus students have access to Wolfram Alpha, and how do you come up with problems where Wolfram Alpha isn't going to really help them? So this one in particular is one that we don't think is Wolfram Alpha accessible.
Huh. So you're designing problems that are inaccessible to Wolfram Alpha?
Well, yeah.
Then you could sell them to Wolfram.
That's what I do.
Okay.
That's what I hate them.
I see. Wow.
So I wondered if you could take a picture of it and Wolfram Alpha could deal with. I don't know. I don't think so.
Have you seen Sutan's calculus book?
Who's?
Sutan.
Okay. So that's all the status reports?
Yeah.
Okay, Starship Done. Woohoo!